This is the Corey and Eddie Show with Corey Harper and Eddie Ramos.
Corey, it's been quite a week, man, and what we're already halfway through.
Halfway through, it's hump day. Wait,
yeah, actually,
it ain't hump day. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Jeez, it feels like it's been a long week already,
yeah,
man.
It feels like hump day, I tell you.
Oh man, it's only Tuesday, and
Well,
you can't see me right now, but I'm putting my index finger and my thumb up to the top of my nose, looking down and closing my eyes like Jesus.
what's weird about that hump day is everybody's like, "Oh, it's downhill from here." Shit, I don't know where you work, but it's uphill, at least till Friday. Hell, you know what I'm talking about?
Right, exactly. As soon as not even walking out the building, it's in my car. Yeah,
exactly. Downhill my ass. Oh shit! I'm only halfway up the mountain.
Right, and then I'm done. I'm quitting already.
yeah, right.
Man, but like, the first thing was my sister since yesterday started having like like 4 years ago she had like acute bronchitis or like bronchiatic asthma, something like that. So yesterday, out of nowhere, she said that she just couldn't breathe. She was having sharp pains at the top of her chest.
Oh no,
and
that's not good.
We were out. She asked me to go. Right. She asked me to go to the grocery store with her, and then while we were out, that's when she started complaining. So we went to the clinic.
She started complaining.
Well,
stop complaining.
You know, get over it.
Shut your mouth.
But no, she they just kind of like checked her and they said, okay, well, I mean, if you're still not feeling well, come back. So she hit me up as I was leaving work to go back to the clinic, so they just gave her some antibiotics. But fortunately, it's nothing too bad. They said that it's the beginning of bronchitis, so they're giving her some antibiotics. But other than that, she's off from work tomorrow and everything, so she's gonna rest. But luckily, that was something that didn't get worse.
Yeah, that's something you got to take care of. You know, you never know what can happen. You gotta go get that checked out.
Yeah, and
you gotta go to the doctor. Shit happens.
Sometimes you can't even afford to get sick because you don't have the money to go to a doctor. But luckily it was just it was just $25 for the consultation, and then she paid like $18 for the antibiotics. That's not too bad.
What? That's cheap.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Does she have insurance?
She's under my parents, I think, still.
Oh, your parents have insurance. Do you have insurance?
You just reminded me, I actually need to sign up for it with the temp agency I'm with. I haven't done it yet. I should. I need to I think after the podcast, I'm going to do that.
Nah, fuck insurance. Man. I don't have insurance. It's expensive. It's okay, think about. I mean, some of these guys at work, some of these guys pay for, there's just one guy. It's paid with him, his wife, his kid. I don't know if you got kids, it's nice to have, but he pays like $800 a month.
Jeez.
But instead of getting insurance, you're not gonna pay a little bit at the end of the year. It was like $600. You could just put back like every month like $200 instead of $800, and just in case something does happen.
Right.
It's just imagine how much money you're spending if you're not using it. It's so expensive, man. It's like, you know what? I only go to the doctor every once in a while. So, it's like, it's not even that much. I spend like a couple $100. You know? I'm not going to spill $400 a month. Fuck that. It's way too much.
Yeah, man. Whenever I pulled my hamstring, that was in between jobs. I had just started a job, but I didn't have insurance with them yet. So So it wasn't too much. It was like $25 for the consultation, and then they prescribed me some muscle relaxers. That actually wasn't too much either. So it just depends on like what you may need insurance for, really.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Yeah, but other than that, man, fortunately that's not too bad. But stuff at work, man. I wish there was something they could prescribe for the stupidity at work, man.
Oh, you're telling me,
dude.
Oh, the idiots I work with. Fuck,
man.
Oh,
so,
man.
Corey, I mean, how long have you been
this.
at your job? Right, I hope they do. Damn it.
There's something to do, but
yeah,
we're not going to talk about that. yeah. You're good. You're good.
How long have you been working at your job?
Me? 7 years.
7 years. So, if you can remember when you first started, you had a lot of questions, right? You're new. You're wondering the process that, like,
yeah, you figured out.
Yeah, right. But you ask a lot of questions at first. Whenever you start a new job,
of course,
you want to know the communication. You want to know the lingo. You want to know whenever they tell you need to do something so and so. Okay, instead of it's like, okay, they tell you to do something and you're like, okay, I mean, you just told me to do something, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, well, let me break it down for you step by step. Right? I'm still new, man, and I go to the person that trained me, and I go, hey, can you go over this just to make sure I did it right, because I haven't done this enough yet, so I don't have a full grasp on it.
Yeah.
So as they're looking over it, they're like, why'd you do that? I don't understand where you're getting that from. Why are you doing that? I'm like, I just told you.
Yeah.
I haven't done this enough. That's why I'm having you review it. You can just tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, this isn't
you
right.
To know how to do shit, like right off the bat.
And it makes you feel stupid for wanting to ask them for help in the first place. It makes you not want to ask them again for anything else. I'm like, I just told you.
Yeah.
I know I don't know. That's why I'm coming to you, man. That's how.
It takes like you have to give somebody at least a week or two to get like somewhat good at the job. And
that's with repetition. Yeah, exactly. And that's just doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Which I got one part of the job, I got that down pretty solid. But this other part, I'm a week and a half into it. So I haven't really done it a lot. But in the week and a half into it, I haven't really practiced it for the week and a half. I've probably practiced it 3, 4, maybe 5 times in a week and a half. So that's not enough.
No.
So that's why I'm still coming to you for help. But I'm like,
right.
I'm coming to you, letting you know I don't think this is right. Please check it. And then they're like, why are you doing this? I don't understand why you're doing that. Why are you putting that down?
That's why I'm asking.
That's why I'm asking you.
Did you people fucking?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, that's why the question was there.
Right?
That's why I'm asking you to look over what I'm doing and look at what I should be doing. And if I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Don't have an attitude about it. I'm asking you how to do my job better.
And they did have an attitude with it, man. That's why I was like,
they did.
I don't deserve this. And plus, everything else that I've been doing since I've been working here, you haven't even praised me about how much good of a job I'm doing. No, that's how it is with people, man.
Oh yeah.
They never praise you for things when you do it right.
No,
as soon as you
they
mess
never
up
do.
one thing, dude, they want to destroy your world.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Been there way too many times, man. Look at, I love my job and all. Been there for 7 years or so, but and I do my job really well. I do my job really well, and I feel like I don't get enough praise for it. I don't know. I just feel like they don't appreciate me as much as they should. I mean, I know my boss appreciates me; he really does. But I don't know. You could say it a little bit more. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like. They, maybe I shouldn't talk about this on the cast. I don't know. But, I mean, the people in the office, the estimators and stuff, they get, like, everything. They'll buy them, like, lunch. I mean, talking about good lunches, too. They get breakfast and stuff. And they're in the office. They're doing phone calls, and they're doing estimates and stuff. They're sweating their ass off, getting all dusty and dirty and busting our ass every day. And while most of them, they just stand around all day. I mean, they'll still come in and they'll stand around and they're getting breakfast and lunch every day from like badass restaurants. And I'm like, well, where's mine at?
There's the vending machine.
Yeah, it's you know what the fuck? The vending machine we got, they barely fill it up. I mean, it'll be empty half the time.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking ridiculous.
Dang, man.
I mean, I don't know. I hope my boss doesn't listen. But, you know, it's like... I can say whatever, you know what, I'm not at work, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. You shouldn't be my shit anyway. I mean, look.
Yeah.
But my boss was walking in with sawgrass, and I was like, where's mine at? Oh. Yeah. And I was like, did you give me a medium rare steak? And he gave me that fucked up look, and he said something like, yeah, right, yeah. And I was like, all right, whatever. Dang. And I was like, okay.
And it always seems like, yeah, it always seems like the office people get the most from not doing
for doing the least.
The most.
Everybody in the shop talks about it. They don't give a shit. When I first started working here, I'm sorry, man. When I first started working here, they would have like barbecue cookouts for us, and they would feed us a lot and stuff like that, man. And on Thanksgiving, they would give us turkeys, and on Christmas, they would give gift cards, and it's all over now. Oh no, shit, they don't give a fuck anymore unless you work in the office, you know. Shit.
You get everything.
Everything.
And the people like I was in the warehouse end of jobs, man, and we're the ones that are doing the manual labor, but they make us park far, so the people that sit down on their butts all day can park closer. And granted, I work in the office now. I'm on that end yet, but I still I try to make a lot of conversation with the guys in the warehouse, man, and I'll tell them, dude, I used to be in the warehouse, and man, I just hustled my way up to the office, but I mean, you guys do a lot of work. I remember that. And so, you know, I let them know, hey, man, it's appreciated, you know?
Yeah.
And all these... and yeah, like, that's how I started. And then, let me tell you about the dumb shit that happened last week, man.
Tell me about it.
It's going to piss you off, man.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
It's going to piss you off. So this... Okay, so here's what happened, right? So... I took my lunch to work this was on Thursday. So I made baked chicken, steamed white rice, and some black beans.
Ooh.
And then I put some spinach in a Ziploc bag, and I just have those are my veggies. Those are my greens with my lunch.
Yeah.
So I work with this other girl. Her and I we are kind of like a two-person team.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever she's on lunch, I'm working, and then she comes back, then I go on lunch. Well, I was on lunch, and I was talking to this one elderly woman in another department in the break room. And as I'm talking to her, I noticed that my coworker comes in, and she's at the vending machine, and she's just staring at it up and down, like she's deciding what to get. and all this while I'm talking to the other lady. And, you know, her and I are talking, I keep looking over at her, she's just deciding. And so I look at my bag of spinach, and I'm like, wouldn't you rather have spinach instead of something tasty from the vending machine? You know, because who wants spinach over something sweet, right? She goes,
I would rather have spinach.
Right, yeah, just health-wise, right? And me, I mean, I'm all about health. But... after I offered her the spinach, and I knew she was gonna say no because it's spinach. Ugh. You know, who wants spinach over something from the vending machine? Something sweet, something salty. She goes loud, "Are you saying I'm fat?"
Oh fuck! You were offering her something, man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. And it gets worse. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, no, I'm not calling you fat. But she usually jokes with me, so I'm kind of like smiling and laughing with her, like, no, I'm not calling you fat. You're calling me fat, aren't you?
Did she say it in a funny way, or was she serious?
She was serious.
Serious, huh? She got pissed off?
Yeah. She got pissed off. And so the other elderly woman I was with was like, And I'm like, wait, what? I'm offering you spinach as a joke because I know you don't want spinach. You want something sweet from the vending machine.
Don't we
I'm
all?
not calling you fat. You're calling me fat. And then she started walking away from the vending machine out the break room. I'm like, aren't you going to get something still? You didn't get anything. No, I'm not getting anything anymore. And she walked off. I'm like, what the hell? So then my supervisor, who's an elderly female, comes in and she's like, did you just call her fat? And I'm like, what? Still laughing. Like, this is all a joke, right? You called her fat? And I go, no. First of all, I did not use the word fat.
You just offered her some spinach. Come on.
Exactly. So then, guess what, man? So, all right, I'm not. This is gonna sound sexist, but man, it sucks that whenever you're about to say something negative about something else, you have to disclaim yourself to not sound like you're racist, sexist. No, this is how it is. I shouldn't even have to say that this is gonna sound sexist, but I'm not sexist. I shouldn't even have to say that. All right, I was not wrong here, so I'm not gonna have to disclaim anything. The way a lot of women are, especially in the workplaces, gossip gets around fast. Dude. Not even 5 minutes, dude.
It's like a fucking
all
echo.
These other girls, exactly. All these other girls from all these other departments that aren't even around where I sit, because it's me, my teammate, and the supervisor. We sit close together. All these other girls from around the building start coming up to me. Oh my God, did you call Naomi fat?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, jeez. I'm like, you guys are hanging me out to dry.
Oh, God.
First of all, this is none of your business. You weren't even around, but you're gonna come to confront me about a rumor that you heard. Like, that's the definition of being gossipy, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And all these girls started coming up to me. Oh, I can't believe you called Naomi fat. I'm like, geez, I did not. First of all, I did not use the word fat, and I explained to each one. After a while, I'm like, I don't have to explain myself to any of these people.
You offered her a snack.
Exactly.
I mean, shit.
And then I started telling myself, you don't have. I don't know an explanation to anyone. The last two girls that started coming up to me, asking me, saying that I called her fat. I was like, oh, that's the kind of person you are, huh? You go by rumors, and you spread rumors, huh? That's the kind of person you are. Then they just look at me and walk away, because I would say that to them. So then I went up to the girl that I work with, and I'm like, all right, you know I didn't call you fat. She's like, you're still on about that? Don't talk to me right now.
Still on about that. Yeah, we're still on about that. You told everybody in the fucking company. Tell everybody in the company that I called you fat. We're on that subject right now. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, she's the one that started the fucking rumor, and we're gonna finish her right now.
She told everybody, yeah. But
yeah,
I was
still
like,
on that.
I was like, look, the way I was looking at it was like, all right, I'm still new here, I'm still a temp, and just to get, I'm trying to be rational and logical here.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let's backtrack. Okay, first of all, I offered it to you because, as a joke, like, instead of something tasty, you want something gross. Not, hey, you don't need to get fat in you because you're already fat. Here's something healthy. I didn't mean it like that. She's like, whatever. No, you're saying I'm fat. You're saying I'm fat. Okay, you know what, Corey? After that, I'm like, I'm telling you what it is, and you don't want to believe me. You want to go with whatever you say. I started getting pissed off, dude.
You know what I said?
I started getting pissed off.
I'd have said, well, you know what? Fuck you, fat ass.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
dude,
God.
I started getting pissed off, right? I started getting pissed off. I was like, okay, you know what? If they want to take this over to the manager, please. I started thinking of Louis C.K.'s bit. Like, yes, please confront me because I know I'm not wrong. Right. I was like, oh, dude, please. Let's take this to the manager who's another woman. And, dude, I can already tell that if we did go to the manager, to the woman who's a woman, and my supervisor and her, it'd be three women. Why'd you call her fat? This other older woman that sits close to us was like, she's nosy, dude. Whenever two girls are like whispering to each other, she gets up from her desk, walks all the way over, like, what's going on, dude?
Oh,
gossipy as shit,
what the
dude.
Fuck?
Gossipy.
They got nothing better to do.
No, exactly.
They got nothing better to do.
They don't.
This is what they live for. They live for the gossip, man.
They do.
Their life is so boring that they have to talk about other people's business. And it has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with them. But they're not gonna talk about it in the office. They're gonna go home and tell their husband, which he don't give a fuck.
What is it? Yeah, he doesn't. He's like, oh, Jesus.
He's like, else. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke about this. It's like, my wife came home and she was like, you want to know what a lady at work did to me today? I don't know what she did to you, but I'm pretty sure she ruined my night by whatever she said.
Right.
Because they're going to sit there and yap about it.
For fucking, no telling how long, and it's like nobody gives a fuck. It's stupid. Man. You just need something to fucking run your gums about. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Because you need something steamy, something interesting. Oh, dude. But it gets worse than that, dude. It gets worse than that. This woman, she's an older woman, too. But she's so gossipy.
Yeah.
And she seems like she's not very intelligent. So that makes it worse. Yeah, dude. Yeah. It makes it worse. But she's like, what's going on now? And I go, Eric. So at work, I go by Eric.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 Eddies.
Yeah.
But she's like, Eric called me fat. Oh, no, you don't do that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like, and she's like, what happened, though? I was going to buy me something from the vending machine, and Eddie offered me spinach. And then this is why I got even more pissed off, Corey.
Yeah.
That older woman,
yeah.
She goes, no, you don't do that to women. You got to watch what you say to women because we take it the wrong way. And at that point, I was like, okay,
exactly.
So this isn't on me then. This is not on me. This is on you and your insecurities. So then I'm not at fault here. It's because you're an emotional mess. You let something small get something big because you decided to take it a different way. Then that's where all this shit is coming from. And I'm surrounded by nothing but, I think there's like 3 or 2 other guys that sit around me.
You know what
I'm like,
oh yeah, go.
You guys are dominating here.
Yeah.
No, it's all right, man. It's like you guys are dominating here. So of course you're hanging me out to dry because you're all getting each other's back because you took it another way, knowing that I didn't mean it that way. And that's, oh, dude, I got so pissed off,
Look,
man.
What I'm gonna say is, they want to take it the wrong way, so because they love confrontation. They love that shit, man. They live off of fucking confrontation, man. They just want to start to instigate everything.
That's true.
They just want it to happen because there's nothing. If the workplace was to stay civil forever, they would be bored off their fucking mind. They live on Facebook, which they do anyways.
Yeah.
And they use Facebook as a fucking way to fucking, I don't know, get shit off their fucking head and talk shit and blow shit out of fucking proportion. And that's what they do. They have to have something to do. This is their hobby.
Oh, man.
And if they don't have anything to talk about and blow out of proportion, then they're fucking losing their mind. They're bored as fuck. So she wanted confrontation, man. They want to see that. People in the workplace want to see confrontation. You ever fucking, and at your job, you ever hear somebody like having an argument or something in an office? Oh, so who was arguing? Who was arguing? They were saying, right. What was the deal? What was going on? What was going on?
Dude.
It's just like, they just want it to happen. They're looking forward to it. You know,
they do. Man, I think of Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Like, what happened? I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Like, you're butting in on this shit, man.
You weren't even. You weren't even there for the first. You weren't even there.
Exactly.
So. Like, it's none of your fucking business. It's none of your fucking business.
Jeez, man.
People drive me insane with that shit, man.
But you know what, man?
And they instigate it so it'll grow even more.
Oh, true. And then the next day, this other girl, we get along.
Yeah.
She's a real cutie. We get along, and someone brought it up that now. So there's like a joke now. But towards the end of it, I was pissed off. So I was trying to like clear everything up with this girl that it started with.
Yeah.
Because I was already pissed off, and I was like, okay. I started getting real serious with her, and I was like, all right, let's get one thing straight. I did not mean that as a fat thing. If you don't want to believe me, fine. We'll leave it there. But she goes, dude, I'm just messing with you.
Oh.
Dude, after that...
Just messing with you. So you got the whole fucking office on my fucking ass.
Yeah.
For just messing
She was messing with me, but she didn't tell anybody else she was messing with me. Because even my supervisor was like, oh, he started to look worried. Yeah, because I didn't want to, like... get like some kind of sexual harassment or get HR on me for something. But if we did, man, I would have been like I said, oh, please, let's go to HR, let's go to the manager, please, because I know I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And then the next day, someone came in, so now there's like an ongoing joke with me now, like, just don't offer them spinach, Eddie, right? So then this other girl, she's real cool. Her name's Brittany. She's real cute. But someone came up to me. Her and I were in the break room on lunch, and someone else came up and was like, "Don't offer Brittany any spinach." And Brittany goes, "Oh, I heard about that." And I told Brittany, "Yeah, like, geez, none of these other girls were around, but they all started confronting me about a rumor they heard." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, welcome to the company. That's how they do it here."
Okay,
like,
here's a scenario for you. Well, do you think she would have answered the same? I mean, acted the same way if you would have offered her a cheeseburger?
What's funny is that this girl Brittany was eating.
You just said, "Hey, instead of a Snickers bar, you want a cheeseburger?" She'd have probably said the same fucking shit. What are you trying to say? I'm bad that I eat too fucking much?
Yeah, no matter what, they would have taken it.
Yeah.
They would have taken it the wrong way, man.
Yeah.
But you know, after all that, man, it just reminded me, man. I gotta get the hell out of there, man. I mean, you and I, we don't belong in these kinds of places, man. We belong.
We're entertainers. We're entertainers, man.
Yeah.
That's where we belong. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, we will. We're not supposed to be entertaining others' boredom, you know. Yeah. That bullshit.
That's their entertainment.
Yeah, it is, because that's...
I guess you were their entertainment, so you kind of look up a little bit about that. I'm glad I could be entertainment for the week, motherfuckers.
Right? Just take a bow at the end of the day.
Thank you. If you needed another...
I'll be here all week, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll be here all week. If, hey, I'll maybe just go, grab you a small bag of bite-sized Snickers and bring it to work. And lay it on the table.
Man, that's... and it's not just that job, man. Other jobs have had the same kind of thing. Like, people are bored, they go by gossip and everything, and so that's what the people I deal with in my job, man.
Yeah, I could get into a whole lot of mine. I don't know if I should, man. But I guess I will.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it.
I don't know. My shit might be a little petty, but maybe not. Okay. This guy, he's my buddy at work, I guess. Older guy, nice guy. But what makes me mad, I'll stretch in the morning. You know, I do my leg stretches. He makes me fucking uncomfortable when he walks by. Because you know what he does? He mocks me as I'm stretching. So I'm stretching.
That's annoying after a while.
Yeah, and he'll act like he's stretching or something, like next to me, like, "Oh, what are you doing here? Are you stretching?" And I'm like, "Go the fuck away. Fucking stretch just because your fucking ass don't stretch." And I'll lean down. I was working, right? And I was going to scratch my calf muscle. So he laid down and scratched his calf muscle. Like, ooh, he scratched your calf muscle? Motherfucker.
Do you think you're funny?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing right now?
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And shit like that just pisses me off, man. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Dude, whenever you're doing something right like that, or when I'm eating healthy, people mock you for doing the right thing. What the hell are we in Bizarro World?
And another thing, I don't eat in the lunch in the break room because, everybody eats at different times, but I don't eat in the break room because I don't feel like listening to their stupid shit. I guess we could say.
I know exactly what you mean.
So I eat by myself at my station, but it's almost like eating at my station is an open invitation for them to come in at like, so what are you eating? What are we having? I'll tell you what we're having. We're having a problem with fucking morons coming in and fucking interrupting my lunch is what we're having. That's what we're having.
Man.
How about, I'm obviously eating over by myself, so I don't need you coming up and asking what I'm having, making a stupid ass fucking joke. And how about you just stay fucking away? I obviously don't want to eat in the break room.
Yeah.
With ignorant shit, but it finds me. But it finds me every time.
Right?
It's like, I can't get away from it.
Yeah. You're chewing food, so you don't have time to talk.
Yeah. And as I'm eating, I have my headphones in. I usually have a video going, like some stand-up or some kind of video going on my phone as I'm eating in my station. And it's like, so you're going to come interrupt me and say something fucking totally ignorant. Like, we probably talked about this before, but it's like, I obviously don't want to be bothered. But you're gonna do it anyway, right? Just because you think you're funny,
right?
You're not funny.
Oh, you're
not funny.
When's your stand-up? I'll come support you.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it to the club. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck, you're not. Just leave me the fuck alone, man. I mean, goddamn.
Like Jim. Yeah, I've said it before. Like Jim Gaffigan says, he's got his earphones on. He's got food in his mouth. I think he wants to talk to me.
Oh, see, it says that. It's the same thing that I do every fucking day, and it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I mean,
oh man.
And it's always one of the people. It's like you come in with your lunch, you sit down. It's like, did you bring what do we have? Did you bring some for me? Where's mine at? Fucking goddamn it, that shit pisses me off. It's like, get the fuck out here with that. That's not funny. It's not funny, dude. You're just fucking bugging the shit out of me. I don't know.
Fortunately for me, there's like four girls that are really cool.
Oh, maybe I should.
Told you about.
Maybe I should fucking and Frank it and go fucking hide in the attic. You know?
Dang, the next move is gonna have to be in your car, man.
Eat me a nice pastrami sandwich in the attic. Hey.
They come around. You have to be quiet. Oh, they're here.
Yeah.
They're going to find us.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
I used to eat in my car.
But
if somebody sees you eating in your car, they're still gonna come.
They start walking towards you. God damn! Don't come over here.
Yeah, I eat in the car so I can avoid you. Shit. It's not working. It's not working.
You're coming over here because y'all won't leave me alone over there. Man, there's a few girls at my job that are really cool. So no matter what, I'll stop eating to talk to them because they're really sweet. They're really cool. They're funny. One of them is that Brittany girl. The other three are these three black girls, and they're just sweethearts. They're really cool, and we'll just have a good time having a conversation. Actually, one of the black girls was like, she was like, yeah, never say anything to anybody here because they will gossip and they'll tell you they don't. So watch out. So she was after because I told her the story, so she gave me a heads up. So now, dude, I watch what I say.
Yeah, don't say anything around women, man. You can't say,
man, right? Because their emotions are gonna turn it into something else.
Well, I just tell everybody.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing about working around women. I work around a bunch of guys, but I mean,
bullshit all day.
Yeah, just bullshit.
And no one's feelings get hurt.
But I mean, half of them are bullshit.
You know who? Yeah.
But yeah, it's still not like women. You can't fucking tell women shit, dude. You really can't.
Man. And of course we know not to say something completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's just we'll say something and they'll just take it the wrong way.
You can't joke with them. You can't joke. You can't do anything, man.
Yeah. My supervisor too. That same girl. This was yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. That same girl, like, we're cool now, and she just reminds me, because that's how she jokes. And because I thought she was cool already before that happened, but now that I see that that's her sense of humor, now she's cool. But it's just everyone else around me that keep going like, here comes spinach boy.
Spinach boy.
Yeah.
Well, if they call you that.
Yeah.
Oh no. I wouldn't even have it. If they was to do that, I'd come, here comes cheeseburger, bitch. Here comes the hamburger. Is Ronald on vacation?
Right? Oh,
man. You know all about
Grimace the big purple.
Yeah, Grimace. Hey, Grimace.
Man.
Oh, shit.
But,
here comes the grandma.
Oh, and then, oh, yeah. Here comes double patty. But dude, so that girl, I don't want to say her name, but the one that the whole Spanish thing, the one that it happened with. So she's cool again with me, and now she's like, she jokes. She's got my sense of humor, so she jokes around. That older woman, the one that I said is not that intelligent, and that pissed me off. That said that you gotta watch what you say to women because we take it wrong.
Yeah.
This other guy that works next to us, the older guy, the older cat that I said that's from Florida.
Yeah.
He says inappropriate stuff all the time, and no one says anything to him. But he said something about that older woman. She said something about let's call him Johnny. Let's call the other woman that I don't like. Let's call her Sarah.
Oh, what's up, Johnny and Sarah?
Right. So Johnny was making a joke towards Sarah, and then the girl that I work with, let's call her Betty. Betty was like, are you calling her old? Next thing you're gonna know, Eric is gonna be calling her old. She didn't hear everything going on. She goes, what now? Eric is over here calling you old. What? Eric is calling me old? Yeah. At first, it's just now she's trying to get me in trouble on purpose, just a joke. She's like, yeah. First he calls me fat, now he's calling you old. And say, oh my goodness, he's such a horrible boy.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm like, I go, Sarah, you know very well that I would never do that.
I got
That's
pissed.
Not me.
Real quick, continue.
Oh, go ahead, man. Yeah. So then, what's even more funny is that Betty, she went to this other department where it's nothing but girls, and in that department is where that cool girl Brittany sits in, and I could hear her from down the hall going, yeah, first he calls me fat last week, now he's calling Sarah old, and everyone, and all the girls were like, oh my God, what a jerk. And I peeked my head in there. They saw me and they started laughing. And then Betty turns around and she sees that I'm there and she's laughing at me. So now she's just messing with me. So that's what makes it funny. But that day on Thursday, man, I started getting pissed off because I'm like, so you're not gonna believe me. You're gonna take her word against mine, okay? But I'm trying to tell you, and I was telling them, I would never disrespect somebody like that, especially in the workplace. I'm not stupid, you know. But that's what I'm having to put up with right now, you know. Yeah. Yeah, and but now
I'm back.
That was over the weekend, and then I came back, and Betty, she's cool again, so but still I'm not on edge. I'm just like, I gotta be careful what I say, so now I'm just quiet a lot.
I hear you. Yeah, they totally ruined your personality.
They did.
Man,
but one day, man, I won't have to put up with that anymore. No. Especially with the attitudes, like what we were talking about first. Whenever, hey, I'm asking you for your help, and you're gonna come at me with an attitude,
right?
Like, dude, I'm still new here.
Yeah, you're still new. Yeah. Just go home and watch some Netflix. Speaking of entertainment, we're going to change the subject a little bit here, if you want. If you want, man. We've been ranting about the work, man. I'm sure a lot of people are on our side on it, but entertainment. I got my Netflix back, so I don't know if I might have said this already, but man, there's some good stuff to watch on there, man.
There is.
Have you got any suggestions? Some of your favorite movies you would like to suggest that I watch?
Oh man, yeah. Let's see. Right now, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of TV shows, Netflix shows, because that's what I'm currently watching. But well, actually, there are some movies that used to be on Netflix, but now they're just DVD only. So I'm trying to see what's on there right now. I'll have to think about it.
I know your favorite movie is what? Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
I have a confession to make that I've never seen it.
Corey.
And as much as people talk about it, I've never seen it.
No, that's, man.
I know it's a sin. It's a sin.
No.
Hey,
I don't. Actually,
you've never had
say that.
You've never had a real chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. And you've never had Popeyes. You can't beat me up too much about the Shawshank.
Actually, man, I'm not like most people. People are like, you haven't seen that show yet? Oh my God, what's wrong with you? I'm like, dude, I want to be there when you witness it. I want to see you experience that, because the other movie I've been trying to get you to watch is Inception.
I know.
Movie of all time.
I know.
So okay, Corey, we're gonna have to watch these movies, man. Shawshank Redemption is a beautiful movie. I can watch it over and over and over again, and the way it ends, man, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch those, man.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to watch that.
I can download Inception for sure. And I don't know.
I gotta watch it with you, man.
I know. Well, we tried. I fell asleep, man. It was kind of late that night. Yeah. But Shawshank, is it not on Netflix?
I haven't checked. You can check and see if it is. If not, it'll probably just be on DVD only.
Did you watch the Sandy Wexler?
No, actually, I didn't actually have time to watch it yet.
Man, it's a good movie, man. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I remember you telling me about it, and it sounded like something I'd be interested in watching.
Yeah, it's about entertainment business, and I really like Adam Sandler films. So, but like I said though before, like his latest ones haven't been up to par. But I mean, this one was really good. It's got a lot of famous people and really good comedians in it. It's really good. So.
And I'm gonna check it out. I have a list on IMDb, my watch list. I got over 200 movies that I just need to watch. So I've been trying to make time to get back into it. Right now I'm knocking out a show on Netflix called Sense8. It's really good.
What was it called?
Sense8.
Sense8.
So Sense8. SENSATE.
Sense8.
But it's spelled it's spelled sense like senses and the number 8.
Yeah.
Sense8 is like you're feeling something, a person that feels a certain way about something, but it's about 8 different characters around the world.
Yeah.
It's like and they're evolved in a way where they can all communicate each other with their feelings, with their senses. It's really
that's what it's called. Sense8. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And it's produced, and some episodes are directed by the Wachowskis, who directed the Matrix movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. So I'm watching that right now, and but I'm gonna watch that Adam Sandler movie soon, man.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that soon.
Do you watch a lot of animes? I figured you would.
I used to back in the day, man, but I haven't lately. I remember you and Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
Watch.
There's 3 I wanna tell you that you need to watch if you haven't watched them already.
I put them on my watch list.
Oh yeah, there's on Netflix, Attack on Titan. There's one.
That one's on my list.
Attack on Titan. Tokyo Ghoul is my favorite, though. Tokyo Ghoul.
That's the one you guys.
Oh my god, it is so amazing, dude. I mean, I like Hellsing used to be my favorite, which is still probably my second favorite. Is Hellsing.
Yeah.
But Tokyo Ghoul, man, it is so intense. It's so good. And then another one that's really good is Sword Art Online.
Online, yep.
Have you seen that?
So interesting story. What was this? 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
There was ACON in Dallas, AnimeCon.
Yeah.
And I went up there with old roommates, the ones that walked out on me.
Yeah.
So it was so we went up there and they were having viewings of new anime, and actually I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of Sword Art Online, and I could totally follow it because it's like World of Warcraft, and so I know all about that. So
yeah, but they're stuck in that. They're stuck in that world, man.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be crazy? You gotta like literally, and if you die in the game, you die.
Yeah.
And there's like, and if somebody tries to pull the plug on the out, it's almost like the Matrix. If somebody tries to pull the plug on the outside, you die. So you have to finish. The mission, like, finished, you have to, I think they have, like, it's been a long time. They have, like, a certain amount of, they have to be there for, I don't know how long in the game.
Yeah.
And,
beat it to get out.
Yeah, they have to beat it to get out. That's what it is. And it's fucking amazing, dude. It's so fucking good, dude. I really like it. And that the main character is so awesome because at the beginning, he's so calm and just fucking, he's just a badass, you know?
Yeah.
And he just fucks people up, man. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and finish that one for sure, man. It sounds, I've been hearing a lot of praise for it, and I mean, I still play World of Warcraft, man, and I got several characters. One of my characters is a dwarf, and so I can understand that excitement for it, man. You know who else? Well, a lot of celebrities play
Overwatch,
Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
And Overwatch, yeah. Recently, I just found out that Henry Cavill, the guy that's playing Superman right now, he was on what's his name? One of the late night shows, but it was Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill on as guests, and so
Jimmy Fallon or
I think it was Jimmy Fallon. That's who it was, and he was asking him like how did you take about being asked to play this character, Batman and Superman. Right. And Ben Affleck at first was like, I don't want to do it, man. I'm too old for that. I don't want to do an origin story. And he's like, but Zack Snyder was like, no, this is the Dark Knight Returns Batman. He's older, he's brutal, he's just kind of given up on trying to do the right thing, and now he's just trying to get rid of bad any way he can. Oh, that's perfect for me. Then I'll do it. And then he asked him, what about you, Henry? Like, how did you take the news whenever they first hit you up to be Superman? He goes, actually, I missed the phone call the first time. What? How'd you miss the phone call? I was playing World of Warcraft. Something more important was at hand.
Yeah, that's funny. But, I actually liked Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh, man, he's so great, man.
Did you not?
He's great.
Yeah, he's great, right? I love Christian Bale. Christian Bale was really good too.
Yeah.
But he was kind of got too skinny. He was too small. I know they made it for that part. He was kind of crippled at that one. But but I mean, I really liked Ben Affleck as Batman, and
man,
he did a really good job.
More brooding, and then Zack Snyder just wants everyone to be organic and just be buff for the role.
Yeah, he was huge, man.
Yeah, Ben Affleck says that that's the one part he hated about the role is the diet and the exercise, because he says especially at his age, it's hard.
Yeah, it is definitely harder.
But I'm sure he likes it.
Oh, the money is great. Huh?
Yep.
I wouldn't say no. You think Ben Affleck's got a lot of money anyway, but who wouldn't want to play Batman? If you're Batman, you always be Batman. Like fucking Robert Downey Jr. will always be Iron Man.
Yep.
If kids,
Hugh Jackman will always be Wolverine.
Exactly. If kids see him on the street, they'll be like, "Oh, there's Iron Man. There's Wolverine." You know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You wouldn't want to be a superhero. Right. You're basically the superhero.
Exactly, man. Yeah, it's almost like they were born for those roles.
I know. And Robert Downey Jr. is so good as Iron Man, and so does Hugh Jackman. I mean, who could you ever even think that could do a better job as Wolverine as Hugh Jackman? Nobody, right?
Right? It's hard to tell, right? And Logan was his last role as Wolverine, so
yeah.
And you know they're gonna want to continue the franchise, so
it's not gonna work out.
I can imagine, right? Nope. Whoever comes in as the new Wolverine is gonna have to fill in some pretty big shoes.
It's just not gonna work out. It's always been Hugh Jackman, so.
Right.
I wouldn't be as entertained, I guess, because I guess I say that, but they've changed Batman's a lot.
As long as the story is well written and well directed, it can still surprise you.
How did you think Jared Leto did as Joker?
You know what? I liked it.
I liked it too. At
Yeah.
first, I was like, "Oh man, fucking Jared Leto." I have a history. I have a history with him personally.
I remember.
Personally, so I didn't like his ass, but so that makes, I don't want people to think that like I used to hang out with the guy and shit like that, but I mean it kind of was that situation. But
yeah,
I'm not even gonna get into it. I just didn't like him because of a personal situation and somebody that I hung out with all the time, and yeah. But anyways, but he actually did a good job. I thought it was different. It was a good Joker, I thought.
Yeah. And of course, Heath Ledger's Joker was great, but I mean, people always try to compare, but it's like, it's a double standard.
Yeah.
Or it's a hypocritical thing. It's like, oh, they should have done it like that. They should have done it like that. Well, let's say they did do it just like that. Oh, you guys copied them. Like, geez.
I mean,
so a lot of people are like, Heath Ledger was like, oh, they needed to do it like Heath Ledger's Joker. I'm like, no.
That was a dark Joker. That was a totally different kind of Joker. Joker's always been like a Joker, like a clown, you know. He's been loud and just weird and crazy, kind of method, kind of weird, kind of, you know, like Jack Nicholson did.
Yeah, and
Jack Nicholson. I'm right. Jack Nicholson. The old Joker. I am right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the old Jack.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I like Jack Nicholson. It was good too.
Man, no, he's iconic as a Joker, man. And but yeah, what's his name? Zack Snyder was to take more of a comic book approach with these characters. That's why they're portrayed the way they are. And also, man, when Ben Affleck was first announced as Bruce Wayne, everybody hated it. I approved right away, because have you seen his directed movies?
Oh yeah, like which ones?
He directed The Town, which he won an Oscar for, man.
Right,
he won an Oscar for The Town. Yeah, he directed Argo, which he won an Oscar for.
Right.
He directed Gone Baby Gone, which I actually haven't seen that
either. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, but I know he was nominated.
Yeah, he was nominated. I can't remember if he won or he was not. I know he's nominated. But I don't know if he won or what the fuck happened. But yeah, Ben Affleck's a great actor.
He's great, man.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And and you did know he was gonna direct the solo Batman movies.
Yeah.
But he decided to just focus on the character. So they're giving the directing helm to oh my gosh, I forgot.
So he's not going to be in the next movie.
No, he's going to be in the next movie. He's just not going to direct it, because he was going to direct it as Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he decided he just wants to focus on the character.
Yeah, right. Focus. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Okay. not bad.
But the other director, I can't remember his name, and
I have no idea.
once I remember, yeah. But he's a pretty great director himself, so it's still good. I'm still gonna be happy. But yeah, and I was saying all these celebrities that play WoW. So does Ronda Rousey. So does Mila Kunis. She plays WoW, and I can't remember anyone else off the top of my head right now.
But with those two, WoW is right.
Yep.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey's hot. Mila Kunis is hot. I mean, a lot of people play it. You know?
Yeah.
I just, dude, they have time to. I say that they have time to kind of dedicate a little bit of time to it. I don't have time to dedicate myself to a video game. You know, I'm trying to get to their level. So if they weren't famous yet, they wouldn't be playing that shit.
Exactly. They don't have a Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And you know, and this game does require time, man. There's no levels. There's no get to the stop point. I mean, they have people. That the game is so vast, man. People can get lost in it. They do get lost in it. For example.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say all the first levels of the games that came out. Can you still go to those? The first.
You can, but the game has had expansions
like the packs,
since then. The game is a live world. Yeah. So you can visit older stuff, but because of the events of the expansions, the older stuff has changed. So you can't play exactly the very old first original one anymore. You can visit the areas, but because of new events, it's changed. So you're coming into the modern time. You're coming into the present.
Right. Okay. I didn't know if you could if you hadn't played it before. Like if I was to start playing the game, could I start like where everybody else started? But nobody's going to be doing instances and stuff and raids in those because they've done them so many times. So
Actually, you can. So whenever you start off, you start off at level 1, and you level. Right now, the level cap is level 110. But whenever you start off, you do start off in the very, very basic. So you do still experience the very first.
Yeah.
And actually, the game is designed for you to have to queue up for the older dungeons and raids. And everyone is always creating new characters all the time. So you will still be able to queue up with players for older contents, older dungeons and raids.
Right.
And as your level, later on, let's say you hit level 110, you hit the cap. Let's say that the original dungeons and raids are level 55, level 54. You can just go and solo those, man. You can solo those. Okay. So, so it's not bad. But, dude, this game is so vast. There's fishing. You can fish in-game, dude. Some people, all they do is dedicate their gameplay to the fishing part, dude. There's cooking. Dude, this game is vast. So that's why people can get lost.
Yeah, because you gotta have a job in there, right?
Yeah.
To make...
There's so much to do, man. So one thing, you start off leveling your character from 1 all the way to 110. And
it used to be when it started at 70? Or was it 60?
It used to be 70.
70.
70, and each expansion raised, the level was raised to 10 by 10. But then, so one thing is leveling your character up, 1 through now all the way through 110. But dude, that's not the end of the game. There's all the in-game content, dude. Let's just say that there's an iceberg. The tip is you leveling from 1 to 110, and then everything underwater, the rest of the giant iceberg, is what the rest of the game is, man. So it's massive. So people can get lost. I'll play, but I tell myself, I'm just gonna knock out these things for the day. Otherwise, you just can't stop. You want to keep going.
Oh no, I love games like that. After you get so dedicated to it, that's your life. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And if I ever made it big in the entertainment business, I might play it because I don't have any fucking thing to do.
Yeah, you can dedicate 4, 5, 6 hours a day to it, man. You can go, you wake up in the morning, go to the gym, knock out your errands, and just go home and play the rest of the day until you got something else you got to go do. That's where I want to get to, man.
But right now, it's just a tip.
Yeah,
just, you know,
just the tip.
Just the tip.
Let me just play the tip.
Yeah, guys, you know, little game we call just the tip.
Just the tip. Are you gonna pay for this? I'll just leave the tip. Just the tip. I got that from Archer.
Yeah. So, it was Free Comic Day.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you go get something?
I didn't. I should have. But what? Did you get anything special?
Well, I did actually. They had some. They didn't have a lot of interesting things that I was into, because Free Comic Book Day, what it mostly is for any new series coming out, new story arcs. Usually issue 0 or issue 1, they give them for free as a way to promote.
Right. Oh, it makes sense. So you can't get like the ones you really want, like, you know, like the old Avengers or old Batman ones, the Dark Knight editions and stuff like that. They're like $70, $80 or nothing.
Yeah, but actually,
it's still cool though. It's still cool though.
Yeah. And they do have sales. They do have sales for some of the older stuff. So you can go and take advantage of that, but you want free stuff because it's called Free Comic Book Day. And I did happen to find one of the free comics was Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm going to have to... I'll continue that one.
Yeah.
I've only ever actually bought... I buy collected editions. So, you know, let's say there's a story arc or there's a series, and each week there's a new comic that comes out. I've never actually done that before. I've never bought it comic by comic until recently. Not recently, like 3, 4, or 5 years ago. One of my favorite comic book artists, Alex Ross, was doing one called Kirby Genesis. Jack Kirby. Do you know that name?
Oh, it sounds familiar, but Jack Kirby.
So, yeah, Jack Kirby actually helped create a lot of these characters, especially for Marvel. So Stan Lee is like the mascot of Marvel, and he did help create a lot of characters. But actually, so did Jack Kirby. Him and Jack Kirby created a lot of these characters. So there were a lot of unused characters that Jack Kirby left behind. So Alex Ross and some other artists decided to make a story arc with all those unused characters. So that's the only comic book series that I bought issue by issue. Everything else I buy collected, where the issues have been out for a while, and so they just put them all in one collected issue.
I almost bought you some, man. This was a while back when I went to First Monday. There was a guy that had a comic store, like inside, you know, and that's when I remember that. Did I show you that little droid thing I bought, the little metal model thing?
Oh yeah.
But that's the store. We went in that comic book store, and they had like some badass sets, man. They had this whole Avengers set. It came with like 5 or 6 comics, and it was like $20, $30 for like a whole comic book set, like in the plastic. And I was like, I need to get that, but I really couldn't spend the money on it. I really wanted to get it for you, man. And then they had a Dark Knight set. It was like I think it was like 4 or 5 comics. I think it was 5 books together, something like that. But it was like $90. I was like, goddamn.
Oh, right. I don't like Eddie that much.
I just won't tell him. But no, I was gonna get it. I was like, I just couldn't spend the money at the time, man. I thought about you though. I was like, shit, Eddie would love that.
Dude, man, I appreciate the thought, man. I would have loved it. I'm telling you, I would have loved it. For Josh, my roommate, for his birthday, I went to this. There's a pretty nice big comic book store here that I like to go to. It's called Dragon's Lair, and he's a bigger comic book fan than I am, man, and I'm a pretty big fan, and he's a huge Superman fan, and so for his birthday, I went to. It's called Lone Star Comics. I'm sorry, Lone Star Comics is the one next to
me. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's called Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair Comics. And I wanted to get him a Superman statue, like a figurine.
Yeah.
I had the money and I wanted to get him something cool. But I found this, they had the Trinity. The Trinity in DC Comics is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They're called the Trinity. The big three.
Shit, yeah.
But then they had them in one package. But then I looked over at a bigger box. They had the Trinity, the same statues, the same figurines, but with the rest of the Justice League. So I got him that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I knew he was gonna love that.
Yeah.
Like his mom could give him something for his birthday, but then I hand him his birthday gift, and he's gonna drop what his mom gave him and love mine more.
Yeah.
And, so, and I gave it to him early, dude. I gave it to him a week before his birthday, and I peeked my head into his room. I just peeked my head, and I'm like, "Sorry, Josh, I couldn't wait," and I just brought the box out, and his face was not worth it.
Man. And that's
yeah, and so he's displaying it proudly in his room. So whenever you walk by his room, it's the first thing you see. And it makes me think about. I just have a random thought. We're talking about all the stupid people that we work with, and if there was one superhero that we could become, I'd be Logic Man, the savior of ignorance.
Oh man! All right. Logic,
I think that's what I'm gonna name this episode.
I would be Etiquette. They would call me Mr. Etiquette
or Mr. Captain Etiquette.
Yeah, Captain Etiquette. Like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't wear that, son. Hello, I'm Captain Etiquette, and your parents don't know what the fuck they're doing, so I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's go shopping. We're gonna get you some better clothes.
Dude,
this is not the shit you want to wear at the supermarket.
Right, Captain Etiquette. Logic Man comes in because you will get arrested if you do that. Think about it.
Yeah, but you don't fucking bug people when they don't want to be bothered. It's pretty obvious.
You wait and hear what someone has to say before judging them for something you think you heard.
Captain Etiquette here, standing next to Captain Obvious. We got a problem with the way you're acting at the workplace.
Man, I tell you, man, it's crazy. And we'll change the subject once again here, man. Something I was kind of bringing up before we started recording. I was interested to know, other than musicians, man, what other celebrities have you met?
Man, most of mine have been musicians. I really don't know.
Yeah?
There's gotta be. I know there's somebody that I've met that's been famous, but I can't. Well, like I said, most of my famous people have been musicians. I mean, that's kind of what I always been around. So I don't know. I mean, what who have you met?
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, you went and saw Sebastian. You didn't get a chance to meet him.
No, I didn't get to meet him. You gotta buy like the VIP, the meet and greet. That would have been amazing if I could have met. Sebastian. Hopefully one day.
One day, man.
One day, and be able to meet Sebastian Maniscalco and Pete Corielli and maybe Jim Brewer would be awesome. Louis C.K. Brian Regan would be amazing. Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm missing one. Bill Burr.
The big Burr.
If I could meet all those guys right there, and it would be like a dream come true. But if I know I can't do this anymore, but if I was ever be able to meet Don Rickles, which is the late Don Rickles, man, that would have been awesome.
You'll meet him in heaven, man.
Oh yeah, definitely meet him up there. We'll be telling jokes, we'll be doing
insulting everyone around heaven.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're just gonna insult everybody in heaven. Hey, so Jesus, Nike's around now. You don't have to wear them fucking sandals.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
So those sandals a little out of date, huh?
Oh man! Hey man, I mean, when we start touring, dude, and we're in California, we'll have to hit up the oh shit, what's it called? The comic store, man. The comic store.
Oh, the comic store. Yeah, the famous comedy club.
That's
the
where all these comics
store. Yeah, they always go to the comedy store. Yeah, Sebastian and Pete are there all the time, especially Pete. Sebastian's there a lot at the comedy store. It's in L.A., right?
Yeah. They all hang out there, man. All of them. Your favorites, my favorites, they all hang out there.
They all hang. So, could you imagine? Just going into that place, how intimidating would it be if you went into the comedy store and a comic store, comedy store, whatever it's called, but and you're like a new comedian and you had to perform in front of all these. I think I would be frozen.
I'd be sweating an ocean, dude. That's what I'd be doing.
Oh, totally screw up.
I'd be so nervous. Yeah.
They would.
But man, there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance.
There's a chance to meet him there, man. One day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you asked me who I'd met, and the furthest I can remember, the earliest, I got to meet Chuck Norris, man.
Oh.
Back in the '90s, early '90s, when George W. Bush was running for governor of Texas.
Oh, Chuck Norris, huh?
Chuck Norris, yeah.
Wow.
And what's funny, he had Chuck Norris with him. And what's funny, and I remember this because my parents were laughing about it that day. This was in Tyler, Texas, and we were just kind of like exploring, kind of like looking at the sites, and people just started showing up, and a big tour bus showed up, and we were like, "What's going on?" And then my parents were asking around. Oh, it's George Bush. He's doing a what's it called? He's running for Texas governor. This is just a little rally he's doing, and Chuck Norris was there. And it's funny because they did a meet and greet, and everybody went straight to Chuck Norris. Nobody went to George. So
of course, it's Chuck Norris.
Right. So after a while, Chuck Norris, they had to put him back on the tour bus so people could meet George W. Bush. It's like if you take
putting back on the bus.
Yeah, Chuck Norris runs as your running mate for governor, but Chuck Norris becomes president.
Yeah, right. Should have been.
Yeah. But I've also met, let's see, I met Brian Posehn, comedian Brian Posehn.
Oh, shit.
I showed you who he was a while back at your place. Of course, I've met a lot of musicians as well, big musicians. I'm trying to think, who else did I meet? I met some other celebrities. Damn, now off the top of my head, I can't think of them.
Hold on 1 second.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, man, I'm really trying to think. I want to say one of them was a Hispanic celebrity from like a TV show. Man, see, now I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, man, just like you, I met a lot of musicians, man. Got to meet 3 of my favorite musicians, man. Share the stage with them, so I can die happy, but I want to live a little longer. See who else I can meet. Man, you were there whenever we played with Protest the Hero at Warped Tour, and yeah, you were with us. Yeah, you were in My Last Entry with me when we played with I Set to Kill. Remember I Set to Kill? Yeah. And then before you joined, this was back in 2007. I played with Blessed Fall. So another favorite band, man. So
yeah, we played with Blessed Fall. Yeah, I didn't meet them, unfortunately.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I have met one of the kings of metal when I was younger. When I was younger, I met actually a couple of them. It was Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul, which
yeah.
But I met Dimebag and I went to a guitar show, and it went, I don't even know how old I was, probably like 9 or 10 years old, and that's when, it was like Pantera was big then, like huge, so, and I waited in line, he signed a magazine for me, and he gave me, I got 2 photos of him, like pictures of him, and then one of them is a picture of just him standing next to an amp cab, and then another one's with the whole band, and they signed that, and really cool motherfucker, dude, man. Really awesome. And they're hanging on my walls. Did I show you that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you were describing, I'm like, oh, I know, I've seen that picture, yeah.
Yeah, and the last thing he told me, man, was rock on, man. He was just like, yeah, rock on, man. And throw me the horns, and I got to talk to him for a little bit, and, but,
that's awesome.
I've also played shows with Howard Jones. I met, Velamaya, and I played shows with all these, mostly the reason I met him, was Velamaya, the singer, and we were backstage fucking with them in the green room and just doing the guitars and hanging out, and I met Born of Osiris. I played a show with Howard Jones for Killswitch and Gage, and
dang, man.
Yeah, and Arch Enemy. We played that one. It was that one show we played was Summer Slaughter. So Arch Enemy was headliner, and
oh damn,
they were around us. I didn't really get to meet them, but they were around us, and it was like the singer Arch Enemy, that girl, that chick is dating that big fucker. What is he? The bass player or something from the Misfits. And so he was around us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was there around this big old son of a bitch. So it was really cool to be around all of them. And they were like having a barbecue and stuff. And I was like, dude, I fucking just played with all these motherfuckers. I opened up. Yeah, it was awesome, man. And I met a lot of actually musicians and stuff like that. Who else?
Yeah.
Well, you said Protest the Hero.
Yeah, and then we, after Warped Tour, we hung out at the barbecue afterwards, so we met a few other musicians. That was fun.
I didn't do the barbecue. I wanted to. Dustin was kind of drunk and pissed off or whatever, and pissed me off, so we left. But I did the barbecue thing. But
there'll be another time, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of those guys again. Oh man, I've met some other famous people. I just can't. It's just not coming off the top of my head. They're all musicians, though. They've always. Oh, I met what was it, Kansas? Remember that old band, Kansas?
Oh man, that's a.
Oh yeah, like legendary Kansas. Met them.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Did I? I don't know, man. Most of them have been just musicians. I'm trying to think of some more bigger musicians we play with and take the reins. Damn. Can't even think of it right now. If I went back,
whenever
it's been so many. If I went back and look at some of our flyers and stuff we played with,
that's what I have to do too.
But yeah, I mean, we played a lot of shows, man. We played a lot of shows.
And that makes all this struggle, man, worth it, man. There's moments of we get tastes of the fruits of our labor. So I'm ready for more.
Man. I think this new band, we're gonna enter into a whole new side of it, man.
Yeah, I believe that as well, man.
Yeah,
I strongly believe it.
Yeah, like Take the Rain was more the metal side. That's how we get to meet like Born of Osiris and Velamaya. Oh, I did go backstage with Within the Ruins, which is awesome. And
yeah,
I played on his the guitar player, Joe, I got to play on his guitars and stuff. He was like, hey, you want to try? We were talking about his guitars, like the little legators that he plays, versus like other guitars like Ibanez and all the other stuff. And he's like, well, you want to come backstage and play on? I was like, shit, of course. Yeah. So we went backstage and played with him. You know what the funny thing though was? After that, and he's like, you want to take a picture? And so me and Nathan took a picture of us playing his guitars. But the funny part is, one of my other bands I like, Ocean's 8 Alaska, that played after them, Ocean's 8 Alaska should never have played after Within the Ruins. Within the Ruins should have played right before Born of Osiris.
Yeah.
They had just got off stage. I didn't even fucking know, because I don't even know what they look like. And I was sitting back there with Joe, and I was fucking with guitars, and they were right behind us, man. And I was like, you know, I've been drinking a little bit, but I was just like, man, I don't see why Ocean's 8 Alaska played after you guys, man. Y'all are so much better. And then somebody goes, that's them right there. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I told Joe, I said, I just fucked up, I think. He goes, what'd you do? I said, well, I was over there talking, and I had talking to somebody, but I don't see why Ocean's 8 Alaska played after you guys. And I think they heard me, and he goes, he said, fuck it, I feel the same way you do. He said, I'm glad, he goes, I'm glad you said that shit. Isn't that cool?
He liked you even more after that.
Yeah, isn't that cool to be able to, like, fucking go back there and chill with, like, these bands and shit? I don't know, man. I've been really, you know, we've both been gifted to be able to chill with these people that we listen to.
Yeah, man.
And everybody listen, nobody else can say they fucking did that shit.
Dude, that's what I say, man. When I tell people that I've played with at least 3 of my favorite bands and shared the stage with them and met them, like, how many people can say that in a lifetime? You know, like, it beats. Oh, they got the highest sales this quarter. Oh, they got Employee of the Month. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck about that? That's some regular bullshit. That's some regular ass bullshit. Look, get your ass on that stage. Get your ass on that stage and see what you can do. Entertainer. You can't fucking do it.
And by yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Man, dude.
You just fucking can't do it, man. Like, I fucking play when I play with Howard Jones in the WNO at Gas Monkey. Fucking, we played right before him. And we're a VIP, you know. We can get to go upstairs and hang out with them.
Damn.
And that's where I met my ex-girlfriend, which fell off. But anyways, we played right. We opened up for Howard Jones. It wasn't like bands in between us, man. We played right for him, and you know what? Their merch guy for WNO, Howard Jones, this fucking merch guy came up to us and he said, man, really, to tell you the truth, man, I like y'all a lot better.
Oh wow!
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Dang, that says a lot.
Yeah, dude. Take the Reins was good, man. That's why we got to do all this shit.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Definitely good.
But the whole match is the same. You know why?
What's that?
Because I'm writing the fucking music.
Once again. No, and this is gonna be bigger. This is gonna be bigger than anything else we've ever done. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it.
And I know people want to, you know, I don't mean to be this way. I want the whole band to contribute. But when I say, like, maybe it shouldn't go that way because it's too cliche or it's just immature, I want them to listen to me because I haven't been in a band really that's been, like, god off. Well, maybe when I was younger, when I was starting out, but, like, I've always, every band that I've been in has done something good. And great. So just listen to me, work with me. We all need to work together. But trust me. And don't feel bad when I say maybe that shouldn't work at this.
Right.
You know,
of course.
You know, I mean, But I mean, I'm not trying to be big-headed or anything. Everybody has great opinions.
No, not at all. Here's what it is. You know what you want.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
And I trust you. like with the project that I'm trying to do, the documentary show, I know exactly what I want. People are gonna want to suggest to me, oh, you should listen to this musician, and like, no, I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I would never say, being that as being yours, I would never be the one to like try to stop you from doing that. You do what you want to do because you know that's right. You know that's what you want to do, and this is how you want it to be.
Pitch ideas at me and then see if that's something that or it's like, oh, that's actually not what I'm working for. Same thing here. Like, I'll pitch ideas at you, and if you like them, cool. If not, that's not what I'm trying to go for. Okay, I'll try to come up with something else then.
Right. It's like a sitcom. Okay, you got your main people, your stars, then you got your writers to help write.
Yep.
They're gonna pitch something, but it's not always gonna get used. Because it's not going to work. Sometimes people have to realize that it just doesn't work for what this is. And that's just how it is with music too. Look, I know what's going to sound good for this. Don't go in and totally try to change what this band is. Like, you got a new song worked out, we're working on, and like, you're totally changing the sound. You're making it. You don't do that. A band their album needs to be an album. It needs to all have the same feel. It definitely does. And just because one of the other musicians wants to go in and like, oh, we need to do like just a heavy fucking part in this. Well, if the shoe doesn't fit, it doesn't fucking fit.
Don't try to put it on.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't work out that way. I mean, I know you want to do other things, but if you're trying to do something technical, and what we're doing right now, which, Jordan likes to be technical, he's really good at it. And that's what's good about Take the Range, But I started this, and it's like, if I say I don't want fucking technical shit, I want it to go a different way, it's just not going to work. It's going to change the whole sound of the band. That's not where I was going with it. I mean, I'll take your advice. I love his leads. When he has good leads that go, and which he does. And that new song we're writing right now, the leads work great because they're not overpowering. It's not him doing a solo. It's just a good tap lead to go over the chorus.
Right, yeah.
Everything needs to be pieced together in the right way.
Exactly. Ingredients. There needs to be the right amount of each ingredient.
Exactly.
For the course to come out just delicious. Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
It's like this. It's like if you were doing a cooking show, and you had a guest on that liked a little bit more spice or a little bit more oregano. The other person, the host, is already cooking a meal, right? They're showing you how to cook the meal. And this is how it is. They got the recipe down, but you got a guest coming in and saying, well, I like a little bit more cayenne. Well, I like a little bit more of this. Well, this is not what this is about. This is about what we're doing for the show. You just taste it after it's done.
Exactly.
If you want to add a little bit to your stuff, well, go make your own recipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, you know what I mean? But this is the way that we're cooking it on this show. So I know you like a little bit more spice. I know you like a little bit more oregano, maybe some cilantro on there. But this is the way it's flowing for this. This is right now. You know what I mean?
I don't want it flaming hot. I want it medium or mild.
Yeah. This is what everybody's been liking. Is the way my recipe is going right now. So we're not going to change it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Because then it can stick to whatever they want to change it to, and then it can just stay that.
Yeah.
Because you've already done that.
Exactly. And sometimes when you change a recipe, what's everybody going to say? Oh, that's not like him at all. Why would he do that?
Yeah, right.
And that's exactly it goes into music the same way. You ever see these bands like one big example? I don't know if you ever got into them, but of Mice and Men.
Oh, dude,
you love Mice and Men? What do you like?
Oh, yeah.
The old stuff with the original clean singer, right?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
The first two albums.
Yeah, the first two albums. Then what they do? He left, and then they just had the one screamer guy, and it was decent. Have you heard the new stuff? You know the screamer left, right? I forget his name. The main singer, he left just recently, and now they just have the new singer guy. It's a totally different band.
Right.
You gotta change the name. You gotta change the name. It's not even the same band. And I was just thinking that at work today, and I was like, these guys need to change the name of the band. It's not of Mice and Men anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing I was talking about the cooking. It's like you're changing the recipe. You need to call it something else.
Yeah. Because they can try to play their older stuff, but it just doesn't sound the same anymore.
It's not going to sound the same.
Maybe a cover.
Exactly. Yeah, they're doing a cover song. But it's not the same at all. Well, you know, I might have been rambling on about this too much, but you know what I'm saying? It's like we need to keep the same. I want to keep the same style. They keep trying to convince me to get heavier, and it's like, hey, look.
No, man.
It's like, look. I started this as a solo project, and you wanted to join because you know it's good. But don't change my recipe, man.
Right? Yeah.
Look,
and especially, man. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's all I'm saying. Just don't change my recipe. We're gonna keep going with it the way it is because people like it, and it sounds good. I like the way it's going right now. And if we start changing shit, I don't know. I don't want it to be heavy, man. I want to sing more. I want to sing in some verses and stuff more. But I know it's like, you know,
people respond to more melody.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have your metal fans and stuff like that, but I mean, you kind of just all run together after a while. This stands out more, and even if we play with similar sounding bands, we're still gonna sound unique and different.
Exactly.
So why change that, man?
Same thing like My Last Century. We played with a lot of heavy bands, but who was always on top?
Exactly, and people, we were different sounding. We had the dynamic of heaviness that we could fit into them, but we were still unique.
Well, we had what's the main key in a lot of shit, a lot of music, and just music in general. Singing. Exactly. Something other people can sing to. They're not gonna sit up there and scream shit.
Yeah, or just growl and all that stuff.
Yeah. Look, they're gonna remember the chorus, good catchy singing vocal chorus or verse. That's what they remember.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
That's what makes you bigger.
Stuck in your head.
Man, that's what gets stuck in your head. When I first released Make It Out Alive, this was when it was just really me, and then Nathan had just did the screams for it. Everybody was like, man, I just got that chorus stuck in my head. I'm like, that's what you do. That's what music's about, man. It's about getting it stuck in people's head.
Right? It's something memorable. You want something memorable. You want a good melody. You want something that's gonna stick. Yeah, you said it. It's gonna stick in your head, man. And you're doing the right thing, man, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
I appreciate it, man. You know, I just
of course.
And I know Jordan and them don't listen to this shit. They don't ever listen to anything we do on this. But I was gonna say, when we went to write the last song, or just that new song we were working on. No, I try not to talk shit. But they were trying to go a direction I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
And they were trying to make it too heavy, like Born Osiris, like Take the Reins, like the old stuff. And I got mad. I did.
Right.
I went outside, and I was like, and Jordan came out there, he's like, man, what's wrong? I was like, let's go on. Because I kept telling them as they were writing, like, it's not the way I want to go. Yeah. And they didn't listen to me. So I was like,
you kept voicing it from the beginning.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's too heavy. it's too technical. It's not. That's not what I want to do. Especially if I'm fucking spending the money on it.
Only you spending it.
Yeah. So, and he was like, he was kind of like, "What's wrong, man?" And I was like, "Well, that's not the way I wanted to go with this band. This isn't Born Osiris. This isn't gonna be a heavy band like this. I mean, you should know that. Listen to the other songs that I did." And he was like, "No, man, that's cool, man." So I went in there, I said, "You know what? Everything you just did right there at the beginning, because he was doing like sweeps and stuff, and I was like, take it out. Take everything out."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to, man.
That's it. I'm not, this is what I'm going for. I'm taking it out. Take everything, all that shit out. The chorus is cool, or whatever, we're taking that out. We're taking the beginning out. It's too fucking heavy. And they're all looking at me like, I mean, like, oh, that's cool. I silenced everybody. But they gotta realize, man, I put everything into this band.
Yeah, you had your vision.
Yeah, I mean, the artwork, the logos, the name, and just writing all the fucking songs at the beginning. I mean, this is where I wanted it to go. You want to join it? That's great. I wanted you to be here. But don't change my fucking recipe, man.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I'm there with you. And we've been through so much, man, that now we had to clear so much crap out of our paths to finally get a clear vision of where we want to be.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, like I told you the other night when we talked on the phone, it's like, look, this is what I want to do. This is the style I want to do. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the last band I'm going to be in. Unless I make it big or something like that, and I like a side project or something. This is going to be the last joint band I'm going to be in. I'm 31 years old, and if it doesn't work out, I'm going to do music by myself.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Other projects.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to do, you know what I mean? It's like, or I would just concentrate on the comedy. Either way.
Yeah.
But being that said, I just want to go the way I feel like it's gonna make it the best it can be, and the best a product that's actually gonna sell.
Right.
We're not in high school anymore. We're not just playing random bullshit. I'm trying to make this professional. So just listen.
And right. And of course, you started this as a solo project. You started this as your vision, and you invited other people to join it, letting them know, hey, this is my vision, but I want you to be a part of it. You can contribute, but know that this is the ultimate goal.
Exactly.
I get that, man. I get that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. But in other words, we're doing really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to bring the whole band down. Like, I mean, I'm not just sitting here talking crap about the band. I just want to get that. I just get on my mind. I was like, I just want,
of course,
just to know that, like, this is what I want to do with it. Everybody knows that. I think they know that now. That this is,
right.
It's kind of, it needs to be how it is now, and we're not going to change it.
No, I'm there with you, man. I'm there with you. I'm loving what we have already. I was loving it before I was a part of it, so why would I come in and change it?
Right. Yeah.
I would just want to help make it grow and get better.
It's gonna get better, man. I don't want to just like sit here and say I don't want your input or anything. Everybody has great ideas. We can take a few songs in a little bit slightly different direction. But I wanted to have that Behold Our Majesty feel. You know what I mean?
Let's just make sure it all fits together. That's it.
That's all. Exactly. Yeah.
No, we're getting there, man. We're getting there. And man, we're talking earlier about spices and ingredients and food. It got me hungry. So I'm probably gonna have to end it soon on my part, man, just to get some food in me and
I get hungry myself.
Yeah, sadly I have to go to bed soon since I wake up so early in the morning for a job that I hate, to buy things I don't need. That's from Fight Club.
Oh yeah. Well, we still got. We got about 10 minutes. That, unless you want to do a short cast, but...
Really, man? I see here that we've been recording for an hour and 40 minutes.
Has it?
Yeah.
Hour and 40?
Yep, we've been talking for a while, man.
Okay, I was wondering why mine says we've only been recording for almost 50 minutes.
That's strange, man. I've been watching my timer here. It says
we've been an hour and 40.
Yep.
I was like, damn, why is time going so goddamn slow?
Right.
Oh, my bad. Shit, what the fuck's going on here then?
I don't know if it's for whenever you had to step away for a couple of minutes. I don't know if you stopped recording on your end.
No, I didn't stop recording. It just says
strange. Yeah, and I saw when we started, and then like we've been on the phone. We only talked about the podcast for a little bit before we started recording for like what, 10 maybe 15 minutes, and we've been on the phone.
Holy shit!
10 minutes shy of 2 hours, man. So we've been recording for a while. This is a long podcast. This is the longest podcast.
Oh, it is. Oh my god, we've been talking for an hour and 52 minutes.
Man, hey, and
holy shit, dude! I'm so sorry.
I was waiting for you.
I was just like, why is this? I was like, because at the beginning, I gotta be honest. I was looking at the time and I was thinking of stand up, and I was thinking, this is the longest. I was thinking this is the longest goddamn 10 minutes of my fucking life. I was like, how the fuck am I ever gonna do an hour? If this is only 10 minutes, I don't know why my computer says, look, my computer right now is saying we're coming up on, it's right after 50 minutes.
That's weird. I don't know why. Yeah, my Reaper, my recording is...
That's why I drug it out so long. I wouldn't have drug it out this long if I didn't know. Why didn't the fuck me say something?
Oh, man, I was like, man, this is good. We just went with what we had, man. Yeah. And take this, you know how it's just what we're talking about so interesting, we just keep going. Like, think of your comedy like that, man. Just that way you can come up with an hour of material.
Oh man, fucking shit. We're almost 2 hours in.
Almost 2 hours.
That's two podcasts right there.
Yeah, and this is episode 9, and next one is episode 10, dude. We got to celebrate that one. I don't know if you're still planning on coming over here.
Celebrate.
Yeah, let's see if I can come up there sometime. Mother's Day's coming up, so
I'm
planning on going up there. Yeah, so that's this weekend. So I may see you, man. I may see you.
All right, cool, man. Well, fuck, dude, I didn't know. My bad, dude. I didn't know it was that long. So.
Oh no, dude. I'm glad we.
Hey, we did a good cast.
Yeah, we did, man. Let's. Hopefully the rest are like that, man.
Oh yeah. I thought it was great, man. I think we're still pumping on all cylinders on this thing, man.
Yeah, we are, man.
Like, we're not fucking slowing down at all.
Nope.
Like, I always think, like, I don't know if we can do it, but man, we just do it every time.
Yeah. You're gonna have to check. You're gonna have to check your track after we're done recording here and make sure it's not actually 50-something minutes, man. Mine's going on to an hour 43 minutes.
So this thing's moving slow as shit. So I was wondering. I don't know why though. Hopefully it didn't fuck something up, man. Like I hope nothing's off. But
right.
Yeah, man. We did good. All right. Well, fuck. If that's the case, then I guess we gotta get off here.
Yeah, man. I just gotta get some food in me, and then I just get ready for some bedtime, dude. But
I hear you.
We'll see how this weekend plays out, man, and we may do our 10th episode together up in Dallas.
We'll do a face-to-face again.
Yep.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. But all right, Corey.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's been a good episode. Hopefully, the rest are even better than this.
Oh yeah. Well, you have a good night and you have a good meal. I'm gonna eat some lasagna.
Thank you. Oh,
shit, son, lasagna.
All right, man. Well, Hopefully I'll see you soon this weekend.
All right, dude.